Hi everyone, this is Kelly and I am back to do another of the fables and readings that I have been enjoying for this November. And so that's what I'm up to today. I hope that everybody is having a good day today or evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. And we're going to see what we see in this book of fables. And apparently I need, whoops, to turn off the phone. Right here. Hercules and the Wagoner. As a wagoner was driving his team through a miry lane, the wheels stuck fast in the clay, and the horses could get on no further. The man dropped on his knees and began crying and praying to Hercules with all of his might to come and help him. "Lazy fellow," said Hercules, "get up and stir yourself. Whip your horses stoutly and put your shoulder to the wheel. If you want my help, then you shall have it." And the theory of this, or the nugget of wisdom here, is heaven helps those who help themselves. Now, of course, I think we have a little, thankfully, better sensibility in regards to animals. These are not always socially or politically correct for modern times, so I would not recommend that we whip the horses stoutly, but I do think that the concept that this is saying is, you know, don't ask for help if you're not doing it yourself, right? You've got to be, but then he says, you know, Hercules says, if you're doing the work, then call on me and, you know, you'll have it. I'll be there to help you. I think this is really an important one because this is something that comes up a lot in tarot readings, right? Or in reading requests and things of that nature. I absolutely love it when I get reading requests and they're like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this, 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 and this, and I'm doing this, 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 and this. But, you know, I'm just trying, you know, I'm not being able to quite get to where it is that I'm trying to get to. And there is this idea of proactiveness that I think is fantastic. And I'm always like, you know what? Before we even start the reading, like 2 thumbs up. You're not kind of sitting and waiting for the universe to send you something. You're not just, you know, putting out intentions on a piece of paper and burning it and, you know, doing your intention setting, which I'm a fan of. I do set intentions, but you're not just doing that, right? You're out there and you're motivated and you're doing what needs to be done. And then you're kind of reaching out to the universe or spirit or source or Hercules, however that might be for you. For some help in what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But the best intention setting is the work and the energy that we're putting out by actually doing. So I do think this is a fantastic message to the world, minus whipping of one's horses, and is one that we should heed, right? That things are not just going to spring out of the air from nowhere. That there is our guides, our spirits, our divinity, our ancestors for sure. My experience with the ancestor work is there's an expectation of we're here to support you. What are you doing? What is the work that you're putting into this? And so I think that that's really important, so that if we feel like we're stuck, if we feel like we're not getting anywhere, if we feel like, you know, we want to have this happen, but, you know, where is it? First, check in with yourself and say, okay, am I doing everything that I need to be doing, that I can do? Am I crossing all my I's, you know, dotting all my I's, crossing all my T's? Am I doing all the legwork? And then going to, and this even applies to a tarot reading such as, should I take a job, say, you know, should I take this job? Okay, I will always say, if there's that type of question in a reading, Good question. The first thing that you should always do is your own work, right? You should be doing the research. Is this a good job for you? Is this financially what you're looking for? Is this going to support you in what you're trying to do? You know, do all of the dotting of the I's and the crossing the T's yourself, and then you go to a reading or something of that nature in order to help you to verify that information that you have and to sort of reflect back, like, you know, how this is all going to work out in your best interest. So it's on top of what's already being done. So I think this is a great concept. And it doesn't mean, you know, you may say, you know what, I have been trying to get a job forever, or I need a new job, I need a new job. You might check in with yourself and you might say, you know, I really haven't been looking very hard. I haven't really been hitting the papers. I haven't like updated my totally blank, my resume. I haven't really been out putting my resume out. I just really want a new job. So I guess there's some things I can be doing to increase my odds before I go about, you know, petitioning Hercules for a new job. Or, you know, you might say, you know, I really need to get this new job. I need to better my situation. Okay, stop. Check in with yourself. Are you doing everything? Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. So you're checking in, you're saying, yeah, I am doing everything that I can do to accomplish this. Now I'm going to petition Hercules, right? So it's a good way to sort of check yourself and say, have I done what the universe expects of me in this situation before I go and petition the gods or petition the tarot reading or these kinds of things. So I just really like this concept because I think that what it does is what I think I think everybody really wants for ourselves or our children for sure, is we want to be, you know, self-sufficient. We want to be doing the work that needs to be done. We want to be proactive. We don't want to be just reactive in our lives or just continually just receptive and waiting for things to happen to us. We want to be an active participant in our own life. And so I think this is kind of that idea of the question, are you actively participating in your problem, in your situation, in your life? And then, yes, you know, set your intentions and light your fires and petition the gods and all of those things. But just make sure that you're being an active participant in building your own future. So I love it. Love it. It's great. So let's see what we get added in here. Oh, I love this. Look at this Ace of Swords. Look at her. She looks like she's petitioning this giant, I don't know, maybe that's a hawk. It does have a hooked beak. One of the things I do love about this artist, John Bauer, is that there's very often these innocent aspects of like a child or something that is just so comfortable and open and approaching these various big beings and such, that it's just something really special about it. So here we have the Ace of Swords and we have the Queen of Swords. I was pretty sure that's the Queen, not the King. Oh, look at, nope, I was wrong. Here's the Queen of Swords. So look, these have been well shuffled. We know we've done multiple readings here. Not to mention, I take from this side, and this side. So anyways, this is beautiful. So we have lots of swords energy. So we have here the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So we have a lot of putting our mind into a situation. What is it that we can do? Like we were just talking about. I love these cards. But what I like is, again, as I often do if I don't set any intentions towards the positions, I usually look to the center card as sort of the main card. And here we have the King of Swords. Of course, this is about order and structure, being methodical, making decisions for the bigger picture. The kings often do that as well. They don't just make decisions for themselves, but they're making decisions for their kingdom. Of course, the queen does as well. In a different aspect. So in terms of if you have a situation or something that you're trying to accomplish, first of all, you know, make sure, are you being ordered? Are you being diligent? Are you making decisions for the bigger picture? Are you going through and doing your checklist? You know, are you pros and consing things? Are you trying to think of different ways you could approach the same situation? Like really putting that mental cap on. I know some people that are what I consider kings of swords, and there is that sense of just really methodically going through everything and making sure that you are approaching things at all the different angles that you can. Again, then petition your gods or spirits or divinity. Well, that would be gods, I guess, or Hercules himself, however that is. But first, are you doing all of these things? So he's that sort of check down thing here. I love the Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords here in this situation is saying, is there another way to approach this, right? So this is like new ways of thinking. Aces are the beginnings. We have the swords of the mind. So is there a new way that you could think about your problem or the situation that you're in? You know, yes, you might have already kind of checked over everything you can, but maybe there's a different way of thinking about this. So if you're really looking for a job and it's not working, what's a different avenue you might take? It may not be the exact job that you were looking for, but it might start to take you to that full potential of the Suit of Swords, as the Ace is just the beginning as well as the full potential. So is there a different way you might be able to go, a new way of approaching the situation? And then the Queen of Swords coming in to say, all right, you also need to set your environment up so that what it is that you're trying to do can grow. Because that's often how I love Marie White's description of the court cards. And with the queens, they set up the environment so that that energy is able to grow. So is your environment conducive to what you're doing? You know, and this is a problem for me a lot of times. I'm scrambling, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, I'm trying to get all these things accomplished. My environment, of course, because I'm stressed or life is really crazy and busy, then my environment starts to get crazy and stressed. And in a small apartment, that can happen relatively quickly. Whereas sometimes in those moments, if you take the time as the king to stop and kind of assess the situation, I can see that my environment has gotten hectic, which is not going to help for calm, rational thinking to prevail. It's actually going to make things worse. So I'm taking this literally as my physical environment, but it can also be the environment of my brain. Is my brain just not helping me? But I start with my literal environment. Is there things, am I setting things up so that what I'm trying to accomplish has its best potential? So I love these cards, and I love all the sword suits here that's saying, okay, pause for a moment before we're just saying, please universe, give me this, or please spirit, hand me this, or please Hercules, why am I not getting XYZ, and can you please come and push this forward, right? Before we do that, use our heads, stop and think, assess, are you doing everything that you need to be doing? Are you setting up your environment for success? Are you maybe thinking about new ways of thinking about the situation that might, go a little sidetracked, but might get you where you're trying to get to when this head-on way doesn't seem to be working? Instead of bashing your head, is there a new way perhaps of thinking about it? So I really like that, those cards in combination with the message here. So I hope that this helps in some way. I'm absolutely loving these little combos here, and I can't promise that I'm going to stop in November. Maybe I'll change a deck up for December, but I'm not promising these are going to stop because I'm really enjoying them. But I hope you have a wonderful day.